Man. Hey, Gun Time, how y'all doing on this hump day afternoon? We are in the campaign headquarters of Phyllis Harvey-Hall for U.S. Congress, Alabama District 2. How you doing, Miss Phyllis Harvey-Hall?
I'm working, waiting on the next 27 days of the year.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. Now, tell for those of our followers who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about Miss Phyllis Harvey-Hall and why you are running for U.S. Congress.
I'm Phyllis Harvey-Hall. I'm running for the 2nd District in Alabama, and I am an educator, I am a small business owner, and I am a community activist. I live in Montgomery here with my husband, my daughter, my granddaughter. I was born, however, in Conecuh County, but I graduated from the Alabama State University.
ASU.
Okay, and I've been here since, and this is now home. And throughout the years of doing public service, and y'all excuse me, but when you are teaching, you know that you touch so many lives and you work with so many families, so many community stakeholders. And as you are doing the work of being an educator, working with children, working with partners in education, you know that you're serving the community. So at my heart, I've always been a servant, whether that was as a Sunday school teacher, as a helper, as a neighborhood president of my association. But I love working and building relationships with people, and I love to see people and communities elevate themselves. So that's what you need to know about me, that even as I've taken on this new role, which I know is a high aspiration, but I know that we need good people in public spaces. And by the grace of God and the support that I've had, I believe that I can be a representative who will serve the people well, that I will be that public servant. And as I have traveled throughout the 15 counties that I have to work with to run this race, I've met so many beautiful people, which helped me to see my desire to actually serve is what people need. Because this district is diverse, and I've met all those people, and it's confirmed in me that we need someone who's going to represent hardworking, everyday Alabamians. And in my story of growing up, I know what it is to be poor. I know the troubles and the hardships it takes to make a life for yourself, and that the troubles that it takes as you build your life and to build an economic future for your children and their children's children. So for me, everything I've done has been about making America a space where everyone has opportunity to excel.
That's great. And before we get into some questions, I know that District 2, Alabama District 2, you said 15 counties, and Montgomery County is one of them. So can you just go over the counties so our audience can know?
Okay, Montgomery is the only county in which I have it's partial, which means I have 1/3 of Montgomery County. Part of it's most of it's southeastern end, and then it comes out, goes a little bit east of Montgomery, but cuts shy of Arrowhead and Wind Lake. But the other counties would be Autauga County. We have Butler, Bullock. I have Conecuh. We have Barber, we have Crenshaw, Covington, Coffee, Dale, yes, Elmore, we have Henry, we have Houston, we have Pike, and I'm trying to make sure I don't leave anything. Oh, Geneva, also, and I think I named Henry and I named Houston, so it's 15 counties that I'm working.
So if y'all listening, if y'all live in those counties, and y'all have family members in those counties, encourage him to look up Phyllis Harvey-Hall to give her support. Now, I know that one thing on your platform is with everything going on with the COVID and this current election being the presidential election, you know, absentee voting and absentee balloting. So can you just go elaborate on that a little bit?
Thank you very much for asking about that. And as I've traveled, and even just today as I've been on this phone, there are so many people that need to know that they can vote right now. And that was a video that I did have on my website and I think it's also on my Facebook page, telling everyone that every day is an election day. And through October the 29th, you can go vote in person at your county clerk's office. And all you need to take in with you is a valid state-issued ID. And you go in and you request to do an absentee ballot. You choose reason number 2 that has been allowed by our Secretary of State because of people's concern for their health. And once you complete your application, someone there in the circuit clerk's office will actually notarize it. And then after that, you are given your official ballot for our November general election. And you vote for your choice, whom I hope it will be me for this district. I hope that we make all the right choices for good people. But then don't forget on that ballot that you have to turn it over. I think a lot of people have been calling me to say, well, Phyllis, what do we do about the amendments? So don't forget to turn your ballots over and then to complete your amendments because they are on the back. And I do hope if you're in Montgomery County that you will vote for our school tax because our children need it.
Right. And I know that you have a lot of, on your platform, it deals with a lot of helping our veterans.
Yes.
So, talk about our veterans. What do you plan to do for our veterans?
Thank you. And I have veterans who are helping me. I have a campaign manager who's a veteran.
Wow.
I also have someone else on my team who's helping me, several people. They are veterans and they've served. And oftentimes I'm in awe of what they've done because they have literally put their lives on hold, or a lot of times they put them in harm's way to help give us the freedoms that we have in America. So as I've looked at what they do, I've had to really reconcile myself that like them in some minor way, I am a public servant also. And with that being said, I believe that they deserve the courtesy, the respect, and whatever assistance they can give them as they transition back into civilian life, that they need those supports for them and their families, because I don't think many of us recognize the hardships that go with the family.
Right.
I had a brother who served in a Gulf War, and it was a terrible time for my family. We were all up under stress, and my brother's still facing some of the issues from PTSD from that particular engagement. So we need to make certain that they have mental health. We need to look at our veterans that are homeless and make sure that we are doing everything we can to find shelter and to even invest in them and building shelters to give them places to stay, and making certain that they are treated with the dignity of a hero, because if they've engaged in protecting us, they really are.
That's great. That's great to hear. And that goes into our next question. And that's our phone ringing, but we're going to keep on going.
We have a phone.
Tell us or let us know about dealing with veterans and a lot of things that the veterans deal with. We know that veterans have a lot of problems or issues like with healthcare, and not just veterans, but just the citizens of District 2. So what are your plans on addressing issues dealing with healthcare and with Medicaid?
I am a strong proponent of Medicaid expansion for our state. And I know that has been given a bad reputation because some people look at it as a handout. But when you look at it as a way it can provide an investment into the people of Alabama, we know that we fall at the bottom, I think 49 or 50 in health care. So we're not the healthiest of people. So Medicaid expansion, if we can get that legislation to be reviewed and we can get our government to sign that we can get that 100% match again for a state that would buy into Medicaid expansion, it wouldn't cost us anything for a year. And then you can keep on, we don't have to fully invest in it for years. And in the meanwhile, we're having all of this economic growth, jobs. You're going to have jobs to come in as we hire more nurses and we get more into the telehealth. So we have a way to give people meaningful work and to make the citizens healthy. And it would bring hundreds of thousands of people who need health care here, the access to affordable health care. And don't we believe that people should have a good quality of life? That's all we talk about, good outcomes. People to be able to live the American dream. You can't live that dream if you're unhealthy. You can't live that dream if you're spending all your money trying to take care of your health. And then I would like to say this: government officials have the best health care. Why can't we see that what's good for them is good for the people?
Right.
And we need to make that investment into our state to provide for our citizens and to provide jobs. So it's an investment. And then the state we have to match it down the road, but we'll be well prepared for that.
That is great. Now, I know we have a lot of people watching and tuning in. Now, if anyone wants to support your campaign, donate, or volunteer, how can they contact you?
Well, they can reach us, as you know, as you're here, and as everyone has heard our phone. We're at 540 Clay Street in Montgomery. This is where we have our major field office. Generally, there's someone here from 11 to 4, Monday through Friday. They can go online to HarveyHall, the number 2, Congress.com, and you will see our website. And on that website, when you look at it, there's a donate button there. And you can go to that website to actually sign up for be a volunteer. Likewise, if you want to make a donation, that aspect is there too. And if you want to donate to our campaign, we are a professional campaign. We have Act Blue, and if you go to Act Blue, you can just basically type in my name, Phyllis Harvey-Hall, and you'll find a secure channel to make a donation. And you can always mail a check to our address too, which is 540 Clay Street, Montgomery, Alabama, 36104.
That's wonderful. Now, is there any final thoughts with Gumptown today?
Well, Gumptown, you know, I'm always appreciative of you. You know, you and I go a long way back. But I'm thankful that the people of Montgomery seem to be embracing this campaign. And I want to say to the people, when you look at me as your next congressional representative for this district, I will be here to represent you, and that you would be a priority, and I will work for what's best for our citizenry. And that means I will work to make sure there's bipartisan leadership where we're bringing unity and equity. And I bring something that my opponent does not. That's integrity and service.
Wow, that is great. Now there you have it, Gumptown. We're with Miss Phyllis Harvey-Hall for U.S. Congress. Election day is November 3rd. But however, in the state of Alabama, you can vote early. Go down to your local county clerk's office with your ID and with your mask and cast your ballot, and it will count. We already cast our ballot about 2 weeks ago, so vote. Phyllis Harvey-Hall is running for Congress, Alabama Congressional District 2, and she's fighting for you. Make sure you vote. Gumptown TV, we be everywhere.